Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
There's a viral video that I want to have you guys weigh in on. So, James, set this up for us because we've not seen it yet. So what's going on?
Yeah, it came up in one of our content meetings this morning, and it seemed like the perfect thing for you because it revolves around work.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where you watch it once and you have a certain reaction, and then as it sinks in, you're kind of like, there's a deeper thing there. So I didn't want to set it up too much more than that.
Great.
But
all right, let's roll it.
Work until we have to die just for the privilege of being alive. We have to work somewhere just to afford a house that we're never at because we're working to afford the house. Is the meaning of life to work and pay taxes and then die? On top of that, we also have to work to afford our vehicle to get to work in other places and afford gas just to get to work. And we also have to pay taxes for our roads to drive on to get to work. And then we have to work for our children to go to school to learn how to work. So our children know how to work for their children so that their children can go to school and go to work. Like, somebody tell me that this is fair. Like, is it lazy to just want to enjoy life? Like, why do we have to work? Why? I'm stressed.
I just check my student loans because I need.
Interesting. So this went viral, you said? Yeah, okay. Well, okay, couple things. John, I can see the tendency for some to just, lay into this young lady and the snowflakery and these things. And I've seen some of these before and have made those comments, but I got something a little different here. I don't see lazy, spoiled entitlement, although I could understand if some see that. I see a little bit of desperation, and I think I see a whole lot of no understanding. And that's not her fault. Here's what I mean by that. I don't think the adults in her life, and I'm not just laying out the parents here, but we adults in her life, whoever we is, we've not done a good job of explaining that there is contribution that is involved with work. Yes, we've got to work for provision. Does that suck? Sort of, kind of, if that's the way you look at it, right? But I saw sadness. I saw a lack of, what is the whole point of all this? I want to enjoy it. She goes, should we enjoy life? I think the answer is emphatically yes. But I think when we see work as just this thing to get a paycheck, and it's gonna suck, and I got to just muddle through it. And the way she laid it out, I do think that's the way a lot of people look at work. I mean, we did a curriculum at Ramsey Solutions that we talked about this with high school students. And I asked about the dream job. And I said, what does that mean to you? And to a kid, they said, it's this idea of this thing I'd like to do, but I have no chance of doing it. So if you look at that, then the idea of enjoying work and showing up and doing something that is meaningful when you do your show and you meet people in a place of pain and you step in with them and you give them hope. I mean, that's rewarding. And I just don't think she's been taught that there is a reward to work beyond $1. And I think we've failed in that regard. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, and I think if the only places you work are soulless giant corporations that the only thing you're contributing to is a few people at the top getting rich. You haven't connected what you do you're not solving a problem for somebody.
Yep.
You are a cog in a machine. You are a car in a traffic jam. Then that sort of desperation rings true, and I get that.
Yep.
I've had to explain to people who aren't in our ecosystem, I've had to go develop hobbies because I like work, because I've always tried to be about solving a problem for somebody.
Right.
And I like doing that. And so here's when I get crossways, and when I'm just sitting with people who struggle with mental health challenges. When I have a day off and I plan, quote unquote, I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to do nothing tomorrow. Inevitably, about 11 o'clock, I am about 1,000 calories more in than I normally am. I feel miserable. My neck hurts because I've been laying cockamamie, watching some stupid show that, we were not made to do nothing. You say this better than anybody. We're made to contribute to something bigger than we are. Right. And this is a voice, I think, generationally that I wish politicians would listen to.
That's right.
We don't have a lost generation of quote-unquote snowflakes. We don't have because if you work with these, they work hard, and they weirdly care deeply.
Yeah.
They just have come to understand oh, we are playing somebody else's game. We're contributing to nothing other than getting our boss another retirement home.
You nailed
and
it.
I'm out.
They've done the math, John.
They have.
They realize that the average American, that they don't walk around saying this, but they've watched their parents and grandparents work what amounts to about 90,000 hours in their lifetime.
And they get laid off.
Yeah, and they're going.
They get dropped. They get
Yes.
they get cancer, and there's like, oh, that's it. This is it. This is what we.
I think this group has a chance to transform work as we know it.
Absolutely.
But as I've said a million times, if you spend the majority of your day using what you do best, these are things you're good at.
Yeah.
To do work you enjoy, to produce a result that you care about.
Right.
That's really rewarding.
And you can't wait to get up and go do it again.
You can't. You and I both, we share this. I mean, you stick us on a stage where we're answering questions with real people, we'll stand up there for hours.
Well, you and I fly across the country and leave our families. That's how much we love it,
100%.
right?
And so what is that? So that's for us, that's helping people with that. But for other people, it's welding.
Right.
For other people, it's teaching. For other people, it's being in a hospital and being bone tired.
Yes.
And taking one more surgery because you know that you can help and you love it.
I sat with some guys
know?
from Hiller Electric. I don't mind calling them out. They came to my house when our power went out, and my power is connected to our well,
Right.
so we had no water, we had no power, and those guys wake up every day and say, we can help a family have a better day today.
That's right.
And it just keeps them going and going. They have purpose behind it too. Is it hot? Yes. Is it
So
exhausting?
hot.
Yes. Is it the worst? Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose tied to it.
That's right.
And so I think, here's my dream. I wish every leader, whether you have 5 people working for you or you're run a huge restaurant chain and you have 50,000, you're not just making burgers. You're helping this person find a little bit of margin and time and eat so that they can be with their kids. Or if you connect even your front level employees to how we're helping somebody today,
Yes.
people you just become a part of it.
Here's what I wish I could do. I wish I could hop in the car with her and go, hey, tell me what you're really good at
Yes.
doing. And we'd hear.
Yep.
And we'd hear some awesome things. And we'd say, who are the people you really want to help? Or what are some of the problems in the world that make you upset and you would be rewarded if you solve those problems? And you begin to paint a picture that she has a unique design plus a unique story that tied together, she's got something where she goes, I would actually be really rewarded and fired up to go do that.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, make some money, have some life balance, leave work at work,
Yes.
go home, love of my friends, travel the world.
Yes.
Do some cool things. Give some of that money to somebody.
Or like Tara, the person who
but they're
takes care of
not-
our calendars. If you ask her,
That's
what
right.
do you put on earth to do?
Yeah.
To be the best executive assistant who ever lived.
Yeah,
Those kind of things make me want to pull my fingernails out.
I get it.
And every day she wakes up and she's like, I'm going to go make this, I'm going to do the best job I can. And then these guys are going to get where they need to go and they're going to get to be with their families. And like, it doesn't matter what jazzes you up. It doesn't have to
right.
be an Instagram reel,
So,
but go find that thing.
culture, what we've done here, and adults, what we've done here is we've given these kids the wrong picture of life. It's not work 90,000 hours, hope to have enough left over in your 401k, that's when I get to enjoy life.
And
We're
it's not
painting
work
an incomplete picture.
To buy the fanciest car
No,
to
it's
get you
not.
to the job,
No, it's
right?
work for contribution and adjust your lifestyle to that. I keep coming back to, every time we have these discussions, to the largest millionaire study ever done by Ramsey Solutions, and teachers. A median salary in the United States right now of $61,000, and arguably one of the worst workplaces in America right now. They're leaving in droves, but they're everyday millionaires. Why?
They make peace with the Corolla.
That's it. You nailed it.
They make peace with the Corolla.
That's it.
It's a great car. Get me to and from. I'm going to go help kids.
And they're fine with it because they know they're turning on light bulbs every day, and kids that they're teaching are changing the world. Appreciate the video, James. That really is a big,
James,
grand discussion.
try to track her down on Instagram. Let's have her on the show.
Wouldn't that be great to actually have her on? That's a brilliant idea. This is The Ramsey Show.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.